Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, real quick, they're doing construction outside, so if you hear some rumbling, just don't worry about it. Here in Illinois, we do construction all the time, except for when we need it. They'll just leave that in ruin. Anyway, so Taco Bell took it back to the aughts, the 2000s. So grab your dial up. Let's get going. Alright, so first, we got some grande nachos. Now, as an employee and a customer, I have this tiny little pedal that I can't leave unpicked. We already have nachos Bel Grande. Now we have grande nachos. And this is not exclusive to the nachos, this is for a couple other items. They need to differentiate some of these names, because there's confusion sometimes. Like, is it this or this? Like, come on. Anyway, whoa. This is a really good sized nacho. This could be a meal on all its own. That is big and that is deep. Look at that. Beautiful presentation. It's visually full. I'm loving this little swirly thing going on. So we got some beef, we got some guacamole, some chips, duh. Now, with this grande nacho, you can also get it as cantina chicken. You don't have to have beef. Now, I don't feel like digging through the bag for the fork, so I just brought my own fork. Let's bring your own fork. I'm going to give this a little stir. Let's try to get a little bit of everything. Alright, we got a big old bite here. Oh, yeah. That tastes beefy and chunky. Those nachos are packing a lot of punch. It's like a larger-than-life nacho Bel Grande. The beef and the beans really do a lot of the heavy lifting. Cheese and guac is kind of support. And then tomato adds that little bit of flavor on top. You get that nice little sweet, juicy flavor. I want to keep eating, but we have more food to try, so I'm going to have to put that off to the side. Now, let's wash it down real quick. Unfortunately, it melted a little bit in the car. But this is an orange freeze. So it's like frozen orange soda with vanilla creamer. Now, orange in the dessert department kicks every other flavor's ass. Orange and like Girl Scout mint, like those are the two best dessert flavors. You ever go to a place and they have something called a dreamsicle? Order that. It tastes exactly like the dreamsicle. Yeah, anytime you hear like a dream shake or a dream something, it's orange flavor, you get that immediately. This will be our palate cleanser for the day. Alright, what do we got next? After a whole decade, they finally did it. The Cool Ranch Dorito Taco. Now, whoa, it's crumbly. Now, even just by looking at it, you can tell it's not as aggressive as a red. It's a little lighter shade of red. And you see those little specks. Now, if you took like a microscope, you see it has like red and green specks on it. That's Cool Ranch, right? That screams Cool Ranch. It is just as beautiful as the day that I lost it. All these years later, it has not changed one bit. It's limited time, folks. You gotta get it now. You never take your stuff for granted, or else Taco Bell will take it away. See, I like the same crunch, same sour cream, but new flavor. Good way to mix it up. Alright, what do we got next? Oh yeah, I got two of everything. I got some for some other peeps. Alright, ooh. Now we're moving on to burritos. So we're going from tacos to burritos now. Alright, let me take a quick peek. Quick little peek here. This is the chili cheese burrito. Now, real quick. The chili cheese burrito is very, very dangerous. So as we all know, Taco Bell makes you go poop. And chili also makes you go poop. So you need to fully understand all the risks involved when you eat this thing. Your bathroom is going to turn into an acoustic recording studio. And the bass is going to be turned up to 100. I myself have eaten more Taco Bell than I'd like to admit. So you kind of build up a tolerance over time. But even still, this still might cause some problems. That being said, let's take a big old bite of it. It's worth it for the flavor, though. That's good flavor. You know, I've noticed something. Except for the chicken and like a couple other ingredients, Taco Bell ingredients by themselves are mediocre. But once they start playing a team sport, you know, you get them all in a taco and a burrito, you put all that stuff together, then it actually starts tasting good. If it was just chili, I might not be excited about it. But now that it's in a burrito and it's got cheese in it, hold on. We're getting somewhere now. This is my favorite. This and the nachos are tied for my favorite so far. I want to keep eating this, but but wait, there's more. So, moving on with the burritos now. We've got the 7-layer burrito. You've heard of the 5-layer. Now get ready for 7 layers. Now, I'm going to take a quick peek. Now, I don't remember exactly what's in this burrito. It's like guacamole and rice. What's interesting about this burrito is that it uses the lesser ingredients, the ones that don't get used in a lot of items. It's like guac, rice, the stuff that gets put on the back burner. This is those ingredients' time to shine. So, right at the forefront, you get a lot of guac. It kind of meets you right at the door there. So it's guac, rice, lettuce, and tomato and beans. It's actually pretty healthy, comparatively to all the other stuff we're eating. This actually has lettuce. This wouldn't be like my usual. So every time I eat out, I actually don't have like a go-to. Like when I go to McDonald's, sometimes I'll get nuggets, sometimes I'll get a burger, sometimes I'll get a Big Mac. I'm gonna go to Taco Bell, you know, sometimes I'll get burritos, sometimes I'll get nachos. I don't really have like a usual order. But I do have favorites. The nuggets, really good. And the cheesy gordita crunch, that's my go-to at Taco Bell. It's my favorite item. But I like to keep a rotation. I wouldn't call this one my favorite, but it's earned a spot in the rotation while it's still around. So 7-layer burrito, you're not great, but you thought outside the box. You went outside the tortilla shell, and that counts for something. All right, we're almost done. Yeah, I want to go back to this decade. Like, we had COVID, we had the Orange Man. Like, this decade sucks. I want to go back to the aughts. Back when YouTube, you could rate 5 stars. All right, just got to find it. Oh, now we're talking. The double-decker taco. So, it's almost like a pseudo gordita. So what it is, it's a hard shell inside of a soft shell. It's your basic sour cream, tomato, beef. But there's refried beans in between the shell, sort of acts like glue. So this is a pretty innovative taco right here. That's really good. That's hearty too. It's like filling. A couple of these get you through like 7 hours. Hey. Yeah, so far, I'm very, very impressed with this new 2000's menu. Like, even the stuff that's not great, it's new. Like, they're trying new things. And that's a good sign for any business. You're either growing or you're dying. There's no third direction. All right, now, let's see. We did double decker, both burritos, nachos, Dorito taco. Well, it's time for the end of dinner. You know what comes after dinner? Dessert. Behold the grand finale, the caramel apple empanada. It's basically a giant taco-shaped apple pie. Now, they actually brought this back last year when they were doing like the Mexi Melts and the green burritos. Now, this is the most delicious apple pie ever. It rivals McDonald's. But it's got one fatal flaw. You can't eat it. You can't approach it from the top, because once the top's gone, you've still got to eat it like a taco, and it makes a mess. You can't eat it like a taco, because it makes a mess. You can try to go vertically, you can try to like do this, but it will act like a volcano, and it will erupt hot apple chunks in your face. Now, you could try to like use a fork and a knife and cut it, but you're going to lose all that gooey inside goodness. So the flavor's great, the texture's great, but it's a huge design flaw. So, similar with the chili cheese burrito, how you gotta accept the bathroom risks, with this, you gotta accept the laundry risks. Well, I accept those risks. Immediately, it's on my hand, and it's leaking out. It burns. Best apple pie ever. So, in conclusion, Taco Bell had all this great stuff, and then they got rid of it. Now, Taco Bell may have gotten rid of it, but we failed as people. We should have ordered more of this so they didn't take it away in the first place. So, it goes both ways. So, I propose that we just go back to the 2000s when we had this and when everything was simpler. And also, it would have been cheaper too. They didn't go back to the original prices. Yeah, you wish. So yeah, overall, like all items combined, I give this whole menu a 9 out of 10. I honestly can't think of anything that did better off the top of my head. Like, this is a very surprising and new lineup we got here. I am one very, very satisfied boy. Well, that's it. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you think this food is delicious. And everybody, just do me a little favor. Have yourselves a great day, a great afternoon, and a great night. Oh, it's coming.